Salutations, Futboleros, back again for another Champions League match review coming your way this week. And I just wanted to say, yes! We finally did it! Barcelona just beat PSG 3-2 at the Parc des Princes. I am so happy right now. I just woke up after hearing that news that Barcelona just destroyed PSG 3-2. And of course, we're gonna have to talk about Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. It was a very scrappy performance and of course a very rough play, to say the very least. So with that being said, let's do this! Come on! Before we go to Barcelona versus PSG matchup, we really need to talk about Atletico versus Borussia Dortmund, only just for a brief moment. Atletico really did play very scrappy. There's a lot of fouls than goals that I have ever seen in this game. Of course, they delivered a 2-1 victory over Dortmund, and Dortmund were pretty much like they were not in their own element at this moment, and Atletico were delivering a lot of punishment throughout this 90-minute in this first leg. And of course, it's home field advantage at the Metropolitano, and Atletico really did made a living hell out of Borussia Dortmund's life, and it just shows how insane and violent this side of Atletico. They've been doing another dark arts this time, because on the 4th minute, Rodrigo de Paul come in with a solo goal himself, delivered a killer blow down low beyond the goalkeeper inside of the box, and it was 1-0. And lots of fouls, lots of yellow cards, kicking and shoving from all the Atletico players to the Dortmund players. It was chaotic, I have to say. There's nothing much I can describe about this game. It's pretty chaotic and it's very apocalyptic, if I have to say so myself. It was the most scrappiest of all performances in this Champions League matchup. On the 32nd minute, Samuelino scored a amazing goal with the assist of Antoine Griezmann. Samuel picks up a great pass from Antoine to fire Cobel just inside of the box. 2-0. We got ourselves a 2-0 lead up, and of course on the second half, Sebastian Haller scored a consolation goal from the 81st, where he just tucked the ball in low beyond Oblak, and that was pretty much it. It was very short, a little not so sweet performance from Atletico Madrid, and I have to give credit for Diego Simeone for just one of the most violent matches I have ever seen. But if this is the most scrappiest performance that you wanted to see on a football matchup, then you should watch Atletico versus Dortmund. It was crazy, it was chaotic. It's just like what happened when they thrashed Inter Milan out of the competition in the last 16. All in all, this was a very lackluster game. Despite there's a lot of bookings, there's a lot of yellow cards from both Atletico and Dortmund's side. It's a problematic side for Dortmund if when they're gonna come across Atletico Madrid. But in the second leg, they are going to have to do whatever they can to survive this onslaught of Atletico. So watch this space, because Dortmund is gonna need that one, or else Atletico will destroy them from limb. And then finally, we go to the penultimate game between Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona. Coming out of this game, we were going to get humiliated. We're gonna get ourselves embarrassed by plenty of fan base, including Real Madrid fan base all over the world, that we may going to choke and bottle against PSG. Well, I guess who's laughing now, you stupid sons of Barcelona got themselves a victory over Paris, and this is a breath of fresh air, I have to say, with this incredible performance. And I would love to give credit to Raphinha for this wonderful performance that he scored 2 goals in this game, and of course Christensen wasn't in the starter, so he is a crucial point to what happened to this game. And we were this close to losing hope. We were close to getting ourselves down during this most difficult matchup that we have ever faced. Of course, we do have a lot of history with PSG throughout the years. It's all in that history book. It was everywhere. But we made a statement of intent towards PSG, and we delivered a win. Right from the word go, we see PSG and Barcelona going back and forth throughout this game in the first half. Both sides wanted to score some goals. Mbappe wanted to do whatever he can to score some of those goals in order for Barcelona to get embarrassed or to get humiliated in that regard. But it didn't happen though. He was this close. He was very, very close throughout the first and second half. Then, on the 37th minute, Raphinha scored a solo goal. It was an assist from Lamine Yamal. It was a great assist from him, by the way. Raphinha, he is unmarked on the left side of the box. It's just an empty net waiting for him. He curls a pacey shot into the box. Beraldo skims away from his head, and it was first blood to the away side. It was Barcelona's goal to the taking. It was a great goal from Raphinha. Just the first goal, it was an okay one at best. Then we progressed through to the second half. Things got changed for the worse, as our former and bastardizing Barcelona player Ousmane Dembele on the 48th minute scored his own solo goal. Dembele delivered a sniper bullet of a shot at the top corner. It was tough luck for Ter Stegen to block that one. We got ourselves an equalizer, and it was 1-1 until we segue through to the 50th minute as Vitinha scored with the assist of Fabiano Ruiz. A perfect pass into the box for Vitinha to latch on. He keeps his cool. Cubarsi slides in and fizzles a low shot to the far bottom corner, and man, Barcelona are starting to panic right now, but Xavi have told all the players to please stay calm and we will get through over it. And we were really in trouble right now in that 2-1 lead for Paris, but we need to take an equalizer until Raphinha come in with the second goal on the 62nd minute from the assist from Pedri. Pedri plays a wonderful ball over the top of the back line. Raphinha peels away from Beraldo to meet it, hits it with his left foot to slot an amazing goal pass to Gigi Donnarumma. We got our equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. It was an amazing goal from Raphinha yet again. 2 goals from his tally, and I am so impressed with his performance lately. Even though he wasn't at his best throughout in La Liga, but man, I have seen the best of Raphinha all the way through to that game. And then we finally progressed through to the 77th minute with the final goal from Andreas Christensen from the assist of Ilkay Gundogan from a corner. A swing to the box and Gigi left static. Christensen doesn't need to jump due to his height, by the way. He thumps the ball past Donnarumma, and pretty much that's it. I was really ecstatic to see how Barcelona got themselves a victory, and finally, I am so proud of this squad right now. We were ham-fisted with a lot of loss, with a lot of draws throughout this season, but finally it's coming together for Barcelona right now. We are almost there to go to the semi-finals, but at home at the second leg in Montjuic, this is going to be difficult for Barcelona, but I do believe that they'll do whatever they can to score this goal from here on out. I would love to see how Barcelona are going to humiliate Mbappe's PSG. Speaking of Mbappe, he tried whatever he can to score an equalizer throughout the 90th minute. It didn't happen to him. It was shot wide, so this is going to be a problematic start. But I do believe that on the second leg, he's going to show up in Spain. He's going to score that goal. And whatever it takes, we need to stop Mbappe from scoring goals. I wanted to give Xavi some flowers for sure. Raphinha did an incredible job for scoring 2 goals. He opposed a threat to PSG, and especially Cubarsi, who did deliver an immaculate defending, and he puts Mbappe in his pockets. And speaking of Mbappe, I don't see this kind of player Kylian Mbappe is. I don't know where he is at right now, because he's, to me, is just a ghost of his former self. And I know for a fact that he doesn't play as much as anyone else. He didn't do any much goals. In my own personal opinion, it's just he's nowhere to be seen. The only player that I know of who did much more work than Mbappe is Barcola, and even Asensio, Vitinha, who did deliver a much better job than Mbappe ever would. And of course, our former Barcelona man, Ousmane Dembele, who did deliver the first killer blow to us. And it really is painful, but it wasn't really that hurtful as a Barcelona fan myself. As a former Barca man, scoring against his old club, which is it was great. It was a great goal, not gonna lie, but I don't care about Dembele whatsoever. He deserves no credit for this one, because to me personally, he owes nothing for us in Barcelona. But for Vitinha, for Barcola, and many others who did an okay job, to try their absolute best to beat out Barcelona, but they didn't do anything that much to outclass Barcelona in that regard. But to me personally, Barcelona were pretty much far more better team than PSG in this game. They were Barcelona were looking very dominant from both on the front line and in the midfield. To me personally, they were absolutely great. Especially Araujo and Cubarsi, they were phenomenal in defense. Absolutely amazing. I will gonna give credit on that one. And for Xavi, I know he is not the best manager in this time around. He's still, I have to gonna give a lot of great credit from him. And this is pretty much a great uh, strategy and tactic that Xavi had delivered thus far, and I'm happy to say this personally that he did a great job fending off PSG's front three with that amazing defense from Araujo and Cubarsi, and of course Christensen, who made a very pivotal role in the midfield or the central defense. He did so many things that really does made Barcelona great, and I'm very thankful for that one, and we are very thankful for this win, and I hope in the second leg we will gonna deliver just that. So this is my only advice to Xavi right now: stop Mbappe right away before he delivered a killer blow, or this may going to hurt Barcelona in a process in the second leg. So all in all, this is a great win, a very amazing one at best. This is the only best Barcelona performance I have ever seen thus far, beating PSG for the very first time for almost like what, 2016 during the Remontada. And overall, it is a great performance. It was a wonderful one at best. We finally got our advantage to beat our biggest bullies in Europe. It was an amazing stuff right there, and I have to give credit for Xavi for delivering this amazing tactic and strategy. It wasn't the very best strategy I have ever seen thus far, but it's good enough to see how we were going to progress through to the semifinals. And I'm looking forward to the second leg, and we need to bring this positivity and a bit of hope, and we need that, a little bit of hope and a bit of faith for that one, because we're gonna need that one, because we're going to the second leg at home and everyone is behind us and they need to expect a win. So they need a win for sure, and we need to kick PSG out of the Champions League, because this is the right thing to do in this season. So we're going to go through that one. We're going to beat out PSG in a process for sure. We need to keep our heads calm, and we're going to do that all the way through. And I have to say, this is going to be the big one for Barcelona to score this one and get themselves advanced to the semifinals. So I'm looking forward to see this one in the second leg, so I will look forward to that one. Right, there we have it. That is the rather short but rather sweet highlights of the Champions League match review I have covered. Anyway, if you do find this video rather enjoyable, please do let me know. What do you think about the matchup between PSG and Barcelona? Are you in the Barcelona camp? Are you really happy right now to see Barcelona getting them a win? If so, let me know in the comments below. Also, give a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to get notified for all the videos I'll be uploading every single week. And of course, I'm gonna talk to you soon for all the videos I'll be uploading very soon for more Champions League related content. Have a wonderful day. Bye!